morning. It's the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum. And of course, you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, three-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys. And folks, he's just over here wishing and dreaming he stayed playing basketball with the money being thrown around in free agency today and the NBA side of things. Dale Hellestrae's here, everybody.
Good morning, Steve. I can hear a little echo in my ears, but
congratulations.
I'll be fine with that. Anything exciting happened to you last night? Where are we staying when we're in San Diego?
No idea.
Still.
No, I know it bothers you, doesn't it?
It would bother me if I was your family.
Autumn's learned to adjust to it. Kids are used to it too. I got options.
Like you got options. Mm-hmm. You've checked.
Oh, of course. I got a stable of 4 or 5 hotels that I'm willing to stay at there in San Diego.
Okay.
I'm watching pricing on.
Priceline.com?
I do. That is one of them I monitor.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll go down.
Oh, they will?
Yeah, they will. They will. Oh, they will. Oh, they will. Yeah.
You guys still planning on leaving tomorrow?
We're leaving tomorrow morning, early. Just going to get up just like I'm coming to work, and we're just going to hit the road.
Will you have a hotel before you get in the car to take off?
50-50 odds.
Wow.
50-50 odds.
You're going to go, I need to get a hotel room as you're going through the mountains.
Ethan can attest to that. We've done that before. There was one time we booked a hotel. We got to the hotel, and they were like, your reservation hasn't come through yet.
Probably
it's a big city. If it was a small town, it'd be different. But it's a big city. Plenty of hotels.
The most contentious vacation Brooke and I went on was I was doing NFL Europe, and we were stationed in Frankfurt, Germany for 3 weeks. And then I was done, so we said, hey, let's just go through the German countryside. First of all, I never knew Germany was as gorgeous as it is. Yeah. You go to Austria and where the Sound of Music is, and the girls were like 8 and 5. But she goes, "Are we make reservations?" I said, "No, let's just do bed and breakfast along the way."
Did you think the Sound of Music was fake?
And, well, whether it was or was, it didn't have any impact on us.
You're like, oh, wow, this looks just like the Sound of Music. I didn't think that was real.
But I said, the thing is, you look at it and you go, we'll get bed and breakfast. I didn't want to be tied down so we went to Munich first.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to be free to move around.
I didn't know if we wanted to stay there a day or 2.
Exactly.
And we ended up staying 2.
Yeah.
Then we went to Austria. And it was absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Yeah, we were going to say just a day, maybe 2, and we ended up staying 3. So it ended up working good, but Brooke was scared to death. What happens if there's no rooms?
Then we go to another place. What's the worst case scenario? We got to drive closer to L.A. to stay in a place.
No, you guys will just probably pull over underneath the freeway. And
you don't know me at all. My idea of camping is where's the nearest Holiday Inn. That's me slumming it.
I'll go Motel 6.
Everybody acts like San Diego / Los Angeles area isn't this giant area with thousands and millions of hotels. Find something. It's a matter of where you want to go. That's all I'm saying. I have to drive a little bit. But here's my point, though. We drive here everywhere. Yesterday, you left your house. You went all the way down to Mesa Gateway Airport. They drove all the way back here to Central Phoenix area again.
And all the way back up there after.
All we do is drive in this stupid state we live in and city we live in right now. What's the difference if I got to drive 30 minutes in San Diego to get someplace? What's the difference? We're used to it. Let's do it.
Are you taking an electric vehicle?
No. God, no.
Because you ain't doing all that driving?
No. Doing the hybrid. Yeah, we're going to do the hybrid.
Okay.
Ethan's, what car Ethan drives. But yeah, no, so that's why I'm not worried about it. No, I have options, and I'm showing them out. Well, the reason why is because we have a tentative schedule, but we don't know what day's what, but we got to decide on what fireworks we're seeing.
Oh.
That'll help determine where to stay.
Now, does SeaWorld do fireworks and the Bay Area, or
Yeah.
the Bay, or is it just the Bay
No, so
in San Diego?
So the Bay has its own fireworks
Right.
show. And then last year we did SeaWorld thing. And you buy a ticket, get in the park, and then you have to buy another ticket. And you go, where they do the shows and they face out toward the ocean? Yeah, we just go up there and you just go up there and sit and you look out over the bay. And SeaWorld does its own fireworks.
Right.
But then you can just look out and you see all the fireworks up
Okay.
the mountain and the hills.
So
and
a
all that
double
stuff.
firework.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. Last year we did that. 2 years ago we did the bay, Coronado Bay. Where you sit on that right there by those big ships. You sit on that. It was just packed. It took like an hour and a half to get out of that place. To get there, it was just packed with people. Ridiculous. So that one I'm kind of like, it was cool, but I'm also like, that's a lot of work. But the SeaWorld one was just super easy. Just bought a ticket, walked in, went up, got your seat, sat there, fireworks started, ended. You just went to your car and go back. But this one, 250th, everybody's going to do bigger stuff. So you got to kind of like check this out a little.
You would think.
Yeah. So it's
But
not
do
like
they
you just
give
wanna go
previews of fireworks shows and stuff, or no?
No, but they'll tell you like what to expect from certain
Okay.
shows. Like I saw Tempe Town Lake was moved to Diablo. That's got to be a disappointing change.
Yeah, there's something about looking over Tempe Town Lake, isn't there?
With fireworks going on.
Yeah.
And then it's bigger, it's more room to Diablo. What are you, over the freeway? Or I-10? So you got to check these things out. This is a big one. 250th anniversary.
We'll be out at Moon Valley on Saturday night.
Do they do fireworks?
Yeah, and
Really?
we went last year for the first time we've been in town for a long time, and said, let's go check it out. They did a really nice job.
They do them out
For
by where
locally.
we are. They do them out there, and they do a really nice job, too.
Yeah. And
Like, I wouldn't go anywhere if I was in town, except for maybe the neighborhood thing. I'm not a go sit someplace.
No.
But go downtown. You might as well do it, right? Have some fun. And plus, the other side is I've just grown tired of, like, you have to get there, like, 5. Fireworks aren't until 9.
Yeah.
It's 170,000 degrees outside. Everybody's tired and cranky. You're just like, what are we doing out here?
See, the Hellestraes are bebopping around, happy, smiling.
Dan and we're going to be in San Diego. We have to wear long
Excited.
pants, maybe a light jacket because you're going to get a little chill.
Yeah,
the
we
fireworks
saw
are
the
going
weather
off.
yesterday. You guys.
We get lucky this year. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. I just remember being at the San Diego Zoo and just dying. It was so hot and humid. Like I was just like, I'd rather be in Phoenix right now during the day. And then that you went out, you went back to the hotel, you showered, changed, put on long pants, went out, and you were like kind of like shivering a little bit at night.
Yeah.
The daytime was so ridiculous.
Yeah, we used to do Telluride for probably about 10 years, July 4th, or we've been in Coronado, and I forbid, there's a moratorium in the Hellestrae car, no complaining about being cold.
Well, it's funny because I have to tell Ireland and Ethan, bring a light jacket, just in case.
Well, Ethan wears a hoodie.
Well, because it's cold in here.
Cold?
It's cold back in
You and I are still sweating in
Yeah, well,
here.
because we have the lights on us. But if you go back in that room, because we get done with the show, and I'll go back in that room back there,
Okay.
and I'm back there going, holy cow, it's cold back here.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we're over here sweating a little bit in here with the lights and everything. So that's why they wear. Kobe wears jackets, too, over there. It's funny. Remember Izzy used to wear a blanket?
Oh,
He used to
yeah.
bring a blanket with him.
Yeah.
We freeze everybody out. The talent freezes everybody out around this place. Kind of a funny deal. But, hey, it's last show of the week. Of course, we're taking tomorrow and Friday off with the holiday week. We'll be back on Monday, of course, a normal time. Thank you for joining us on YouTube here as well. And everybody have a great weekend, of course, coming up. Lou's not joining us today. He had a work commitment he had to do. And it's my fault. I texted the wrong Lou yesterday on my phone.
Ooh. How many Lou's do you know?
Actually, I know 3 of them.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that amazing? None of them my uncle, though. None of them Uncle Lou. One of them. Only one of them, Uncle Lou. And I was like, why didn't Lou respond? So I texted him this morning, and I was like, oh, I texted the wrong guy. So he has a work thing. But I do have his hot dog pick for you guys
Oh.
out there. I got that for you. Coming up here as well. But, of course, we got Diamondbacks. World Cup. U.S. gets underway today. Do they beat Like I said, I said it yesterday. My favorite X comment on this is, I think it's unfair the U.S. has to play 2 teams today.
They're doing so good
that they have to play 2 teams. They're playing today. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. Trey McBride made some interesting comments on Bussin' with the Boys yesterday.
Okay.
Bussin' the Boys, of course, Chaparral guy that played for the Titans.
Taylor Lewan.
Thank you. Taylor Lewan. I don't know why. I pictured him and I forgot his name. They were talking about Arizona fans and stuff, and just interesting comments.
He's not asked for a trade, is he?
No, well, not yet. Not yet. These comments, maybe we'll see if it changes
Well,
your mind.
did they ask him who the quarterback is?
Right. It was an interesting total interview.
Okay.
And stuff. It just, he made some comments that everybody kind of lumped onto, so I had to go back and record them and do all that stuff to get those comments. D-backs, of course, man, if they could play the Giants every day, they'd be undefeated.
Brandon fought to the rescue.
Yep, of course. And then NBA free agency's happening. Suns roster is complete, Dale. 15 players on their squad as of last night. I thought the Suns were going to wait to find that extra shooter that they need by getting rid of Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal.
Right.
I thought they were going to wait and then go with some low-priced guy, as a shooter that we'd all just go, yeah, whatever. And they went and got a guy he's not good at a lot of things, but he's really good at being a sharpshooter out there. Luke Kennard, they signed him last night. The interesting thing to me also is people must want to come play here because they're getting team-friendly deals out of these people. Not just the Luke Kennard coming over, Gillespie, Goodwin, team-friendly deals for these. People must love Arizona. People must love the Phoenix market.
Yeah, well, they're usually probably here, October, through May.
Yeah, it's a fascinating. $13 million for him. Now he can just shoot from outside.
That's for 2 years.
That's all he can. Oh yeah, 2 years, 13. He can just shoot from out. Don't expect anything else from him. He's just going to be your sharpshooter from outside.
Well, and what did everybody say they needed?
That's what they needed.
Was that
getting rid of O'Neal and Allen?
Yeah.
33% for Bridges, but you need that guy that can specialty out there. So Suns roster fill. I thought we're gonna just wait to find out who they would get as their shooter, and they went out and got him. Give this team credit. We'll talk more about that coming up. No, they have 15 players, but they have actually let's just get into it now. They have 15 players on their roster now, and they have room for 3 two-way players to be signed. So that's the only additions they can do coming up as well, but. I'm a little bit surprised the Suns roster is completely full at this point in time. I'm shocked by this. But that also tells you they know who they wanted. They went and got them.
Well, that to me is the thing that jumps out. Whether it's right or wrong, they made the right decision, wrong decisions. They knew who they wanted, and they were aggressive, and they got it done. And now their free agency and everything is over with.
Is it just that I'm a Phoenix sports fan living here, where I'm just gun shy, like? Oh, we're gonna wait and we're gonna get the last guy on the market. We're probably gonna have to overpay for him. Is it just that is that because that's what always happens? That we're actually shocked the Suns filled their roster with the guys that they wanted? Like you said, whether the right players or not, that's beside the point. I was just expecting them to be like, that last spot's gonna be filled like in late July with a guy that's probably coming off of an injury and nobody wants him, and the Suns are gonna get a deal for him, and he's probably not going to work out. We're all going to be disappointed. I'm so jaded.
Well, after year and year and year after year, it does wear you down a little bit.
I think I even said it yesterday with Bruce on air. It's like they're not signing anybody till later. I was either on air or off air type of deal. So I'm shocked on that. I'm just shocked by it. And also, I sat down and thought about it a lot. Dale, I know Dale doesn't go into this. It's not basketball season and everything. I just sat down and thought about it, like just the names that the Suns get rid of, the names that they brought in. My golly, this Suns team's better than it was, I think, than they finished the season with last year.
Well, I think you got to look at that. I think you got to look at hopefully a full year of the guys playing together.
Jalen Green,
yeah,
specifically.
When you talk about them playing 30 games together last year. You hope that builds. You hope that the young guys show improvement.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about Goodwin and Gillespie maybe taking a step back.
Well, it's interesting because Coop, brought up a couple names yesterday when he was talking about guys that work on their game in the offseason. The immediate guy that jumps to my mind was Magic Johnson, because that was kind of, he was there in 88, 89, and 87, 86, those kind of things. And that's when I was in college and really hip on the NBA.
Yeah.
And he came into the league, he couldn't shoot. I mean, he was a below average jump shooter from 15, 16, 17 feet. Could pass the ball like, I don't know if anybody's ever done it better than him.
Yeah, that was his strength.
But it seemed like every single year he'd come back with something new in his arsenal. Mm-hmm. And that's just minding your craft and want to improve each and every offseason, which means why can't this Iguodaro, why can't somebody teach him how to shoot a 15-foot jump shot?
Here's my question. Are we stunting his growth by bringing in guys that are better than him at that position?
Well, not if he continues to do a push shot. It's like I've seen that for 2 years now. It's like, you mean to tell me you didn't spend months after months in the offseason learn how to do a shot?
Yeah. Yeah, because I agree with that. I hope he needs to develop a mid-range shot and stuff. But now it's like, well, maybe his competition will spur him to, get out there and do it. Because he's not getting a starting position with Miles Bridges on this team and things to that. He's going to be kind of at the same role, so he's going to have to improve. But I was thinking about that last night. Was like, man, is that going to – we'll see. Does that push him to get better and develop that part of his game, compared to if he just gave him that shot as well. So it's just interesting development from there. So do you think the Suns are done?
By all signs, I don't know what else they could do.
The only guy that I could see them moving on now for a better deal, and it would take the other team that really wants him. That's Ryan Dunn. I think the Suns are done.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see a team saying, we want Ryan Dunn. What'll it take to get him? And then maybe you could improve a position, a shooter or something to get him. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's the one guy I think that I could see the Suns being okay with unloading if the right deal's out there. And I don't think it's going to happen. Other than that, I think this team is what they want. I think this is what they went to get. I think that they're happy with it, and I think this is what we're going with going into the season. And to me, they're better than they were last year.
They won
what? There's factors. But
they won what? 42 games? What did they win last year?
I don't remember now.
Low 40s?
Yeah, low 40s.
I think there's a 7-8 game increase possibly, getting close to 50 wins.
That'll put them closer to the 6 seed, 5 seed. Now, they would have been that last year if they stayed healthy throughout the year. So, like I said, there's other question marks, but just if you look at the names on the paper, but like I said, going into the season, if you had it, because you know me, Mr. Negative, right, Dale? If you look at it, what are your worries going into the season? To me, it's Colin Gillespie, Goodwin, not being what they were last year. Now, I do expect Gillespie to be better because he hit a wall as the season. He'd never played that much before.
Right.
So this year, he's like, okay, now I got to come into the season and protect my body and do this. So I'm ready for the end of the season. So he should be better. But you got to worry about those two guys taking a step back. But in terms of their veterans and adding Miles Bridges, Luke Kennard, those guys are just NBA ready to go guys.
Well, the thing I would say about like the Gillespie kid is the fact that it's kind of like going from college football to the NFL. College, back when I was playing, playing a bowl game, you played 12.
Did you get all the way up to 12?
I got 12 because you had 11 regular season games and a bowl game. But you get to the NFL, and back then you played 4 preseason games.
And you played those.
You played those preseason games. And then 16. So you're playing not quite double for your math people, but close to double.
Close enough math for us.
And after 12, 13 games, that's when your body kind of goes, oh, we're done.
Yeah.
And then you go, hold on, there's still half an NFL season left. You know, so
Yeah, coach is like, all right, padded practice on a Tuesday. And you're like, what?
It's like you. So I think Gillespie's body, and now he'll know how to work out this off season, those kind of things. So.
Well, and then how you take care of it during the
Yep.
season, and massages and whatever.
Yeah, for some reason I don't think Gillespie's at Old Town.
No,
not
that, but it's also the way you eat. It's maybe you skip treatment one day because you're like, oh, I feel good. No, you still go in for the treat. Just small stuff like
Right.
that. When I don't get my daily massage, I mean, when I skip my massage, the next day I just feel like garbage.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I know how that feels there, right? So you're just like, oh no, today I feel good. I don't need one, and then the next day you're like, I should have gotten one. But anyway, so I think the Suns have improved.
So last year, just real quick, I looked this up. The Suns won 45 games.
Oh, it was a 45. I was thinking 41, 42. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, they should be. Now the West has gotten tougher.
But has it? Like,
Clippers are taking a step back. What are they doing? What's Toronto doing? Getting Kawhi Leonard back? Now Kawhi Leonard's a heck of a player when he wants to be.
Are the Lakers going to be better?
I'm never going to. No, better? No. What were they last year? 4 seed?
They're the 4 seed. They won 53 games.
I could see them being the same. Austin Reeves and Luka. If they can stay healthy, they'll play their way into a 4 or 5 seed in that range. I think they're about where they should be. Are they championship material? No. But they can play themselves into that 4 seed with just those two guys, the way that they play. Now health obviously deal. And like I said, they're getting addition by subtraction by unloading LeBron, by not having LeBron come back. LeBron last year was a problem. And I think the team played a lot better without him. Now, if Luka can stay healthy, but the Rockets are signing a bunch of free agents right now. You don't know with them what they're going to be. Clippers are taking steps back right now. Whether they traded a bunch of guys at the trade deadline, went backwards. Now losing Kawhi, one of their best players, the best player on their team, is going to hurt them as well. Golden State, I don't care how many old guys they sign. To me, they're an 8, 9, they're a 9, 8, 9, 10 seed. In that range, no matter what, health reasons, stuff to that effect. Portland, they're an up-and-coming team, but again, playing type team. It's Spurs, Oklahoma City, untouchable. Denver's going backwards, but Denver can still be a 3 seed or 4 seed, even though they're going backwards because when you have the best player and things.
I didn't realize Denver last year finished the season on a 12-game win streak.
Yeah, I know, quietly. And they were hurt too. The big man was hurt a lot of the season last year. So I don't know, the West. The West is still going to be tough, but obviously with Spurs and Oklahoma City in there. But yeah, I think the Suns should. My expectation right now on paper, Suns should vie for a 6 seed or better this year.
Yes,
is the way I look at it, which means they're better going into the season. Now doesn't take into account injuries, doesn't take into account all the other stuff.
Right.
Just
can Jalen Green stay healthy?
That's the big question mark. I suspect this year he's going to probably play every game. They'll sit him for more. But I think he's going to have a healthy year this year. I just think his first time ever being injured, didn't know how to play with it.
Yep.
Couldn't get it going last year, but you saw the blurps of it. The thing is, though, he will never, ever, ever be the guy you give the ball to finish a game. That's not his style. Can he grow into it? Maybe, but I'm not expecting it. So you need to have, and I don't know if Devin Booker's that guy anymore. So who do you got at the end of the game?
Dylan Brooks. If he hasn't been kicked out.
I was gonna say, if he doesn't have 2 technicals and kicked out. Yeah, so it's going to be fascinating. I'm looking forward to this Sun season, Dale. First time I've ever said that in, I think, beginning of July in free agency. In a long time, I should say, as well, for that. So good for the Suns. I like what they're doing. Like I said, here at this program, we're choosing to separate the question marks that some of y'all are thinking about with some of those signings. I understand that part, but, I'm separating the two. We'll see what happens from that side. Did you see really quick the NBA Cup? They announced this. Okay. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Well, first of all, the NBA Cup is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. The Suns are going to be in West Group A. They've already announced it. Now, folks, we're talking November, December here, and they're announcing this thing.
Yeah.
So they're going to have Denver, the Rockets, the Suns, the Mavericks, and the Jazz in their group. Pretty hard group. pretty interesting group there as well, right? From that side. But did you see what they're doing? By the way, randomly drawn into groups of 5. And it was based off of their conference based on win-loss records for the last season. So how is it randomly located if it's on the win-loss? I don't understand how that works.
Right.
So they're going to go and play in Vegas like they always do for the, the semifinal round and stuff. It's going to be played in Vegas. And then they're moving the championship game to Indiana. Isn't that every NBA player's dream? Oh, we're in Vegas. Let's get to the championship because we're in Vegas. We can have some fun. Now they're like, oh, you guys just won the semifinal. Congratulations. Now get to Indiana to play the championship game.
Really? I did not see that.
Butler's Hinkle Fieldhouse is going to host this year's NBA Cup championship on December 11th.
Butler.
Yeah. Not even, yeah, Butler's Hinkle Fieldhouse, which is where they filmed Hoosiers. Not even, so they're going historic basketball gyms is what they're doing. But if you're an NBA player, then a letdown. You're in Vegas for the semifinals and whatever it is, semifinals, yeah. And then you win, and you're like, all right, let's go to Indiana, everybody. How you gonna be able to bet? How you gonna have your people bet on the games while you throw the games if you're in Indiana?
What? Oh, Steven.
It's a 98-year-old arena.
Right.
Yeah, and Hoosiers is, if you've seen the movie Hoosiers, that's the arena we're talking about out there as well. So interesting enough. Remember, we talked about this in college football. The networks, the reason why the SEC gets all of its pub and all of its hype and overhyped ranking systems and all of that is because the network of ESPN, who controls college football, is in bed with the SEC, so they get all that. Networks control everything out there. You know where this idea came from? Now that I've told you that? Amazon executives push for a college environment for this to happen.
Huh.
Yeah, not the NBA. The NBA didn't say this will be good for our sport. The NBA didn't say we'll make a ton of money on it. The players weren't like, oh, that'd be fun to play at a small. No. Some executive in some upper floor building in Amazon went, I'd like to see it in a college environment. Now the crowds in Vegas were uneven. There were a bunch of holes in them, not a lot of people there and stuff like that. I get it. But I don't think it's good business if you're sitting there letting your broadcast partner decide what you're going to do.
See, I can see giving them some say, but there's also, unless Amazon said, hey, this place only sits 500 people, we're going to give you more money.
Well, that's the thing. You're just appeasing the people spending a ton of money. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
It seems like anticlimactic.
You'll get a big crowd, a big raucous crowd at this arena.
I wonder how many people it sits.
Oh, you know what? Not very many. Let me look it up here real quick. That's a good point. I saw it last night. I don't want to say the wrong. It's not a big arena though. Equal a field house. You drive by it. You don't even know you've driven by it. I want to say it's less than 10,000 if I remember right. Let's see here. Because it's where Butler plays.
Yeah,
Butler's not a big school.
They played big for a couple years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. 9,100 seat venue.
Huh.
Built in 1928.
Okay. 1928.
I guarantee you, it's going to be so loud and people are going to be losing their minds. But Indiana people, obviously.
Oh yeah.
How often do you get NBA Super? No, it's Indianapolis, so they have the Pacers there. It's not like they're like, oh my God, first time we're ever going to see NBA basketball. That's not the case, and everything. But it'd be an honor. It'd be an interesting thing to see there.
Be interesting to see the NBA players and their responses to the high school locker rooms and
They've renovated it a few times, but Butler doesn't have close to NBA locker room.
I would think not.
I imagine, like, if you think of the movie Hoosiers, like it's the old rickety chairs. Like, you should have those in there for them as they go sit down.
Well, I remember back in the mid '80s, we played in the Hall of Fame game one year in Buffalo. No, maybe it was 1990 in Dallas with Dallas.
The Hall of Fame game in Canton.
Yeah. And back then it was still the high school stadium.
They changed it now.
And you didn't even go into the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, that's right. You went to the corners.
You went to the end zone.
I forgot about that.
Or if you had to go to the bathroom, you went in the locker room, but that was it.
I completely forgot about that. They would just go to the corners.
Yeah.
Did you get orange slices at least?
Orange slices and
Capri Sun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot about that. That just brought me flashbacks on that side. So the NBA Cup, I get it. I get why they're doing it. I just don't like. I get why the networks control everything, but it just shows the undue influence of the. Because even if it sells out 9,100 people, because T-Mobile seats 16,000, whatever, they weren't selling it out. But they were at least getting 9,000 people, weren't they? But in a big arena, 9,000. We know this for the Rattlers game. They can have 9,000 people in there, and the arena looks quarter full,
right?
Because of how many seats are in there. And if the Rockets ground, does anybody care though? Is anybody gonna go? I'm tuning into this game because it's the NBA Cup final. I think that's the bigger problem.
I don't think it's an NBA Cup final, but I think there might be some people who go, "Oh, I want to see where Hoosiers was filmed," and I don't. Again, I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
I'll say it this way. 90% of that audience on that night has probably never even heard of the movie Hoosiers. Catch my drift. They're young. They're young people. They're all who's this Gene Hackman guy that plays in Hoosiers? And most of the audience watching that game has no idea about this place in terms of the historical thing.
Right.
And when was the last time Butler was good in college basketball? It's been, wasn't it 2017, 2018?
Yeah, it's been a minute, hasn't it?
So even then, there's a whole bunch of people that are going to watch this game that don't even know Butler was good at one point in time. I don't know. I just a little side note there on the NBA that kind of just makes me wonder. But I'm also tired of networks running everything.
Well, I can tell you this: if the Suns aren't in it, probably won't watch it anyways.
Yeah, because you don't tune into just random.
No,
too often.
If it ends up being Orlando and New Orleans,
I don't like watching it because I don't like to support it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to give it a rating. Like, get your ratings, but you're not getting it off my back because I think the NBA Cup is the stupidest. Now, I don't care about the NBA Cup because it's regular season games. Right. So I don't care. Play your regular season games if it's added incentive, fine. But then the championship game doesn't count toward anything, and I think that's stupid. I think that's dumb. If it was just another regular season game, I'd be like, yeah, who cares? Play it, do the NBA Cup. You win the NBA Cup, but it's a regular season game. It's the fact that it doesn't count for anything is what annoys me. Do all like NASCAR right now is doing the in-season tournament, Dale. But all they're doing is they're going out and it's a 5-race. It's a 5-race thing. There's a bracket, everything. So 2 racers are going against each other, and the best finishing racer goes and moves on. It's not like they're doing anything different. You're just going out and running your race, and you could win this thing.
So it's a race within a race.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just added fun. That would be like at the end, they're like, all right, we're gonna have a special race for just these 2 guys to race to win. Doesn't count for anything, though. Then it's dumb at that point. Just dumb. So I refuse to watch those championship games because I don't want to give it. I don't want to support it because it's stupid.
You show them, Steve.
I am. You're not getting my measly 1-point rating, Amazon. For that game as well. Hot dog eating contest coming up this weekend, Dale. I have loose pick. When we come back.
Real quick, because I think it's time to do this. I will get a little bad news.
Oh,
out
hold
of the way.
Stop the music. We got bad news. Oh, I saw this. I didn't get to read into it. If it's what I think it is.
Calais Campbell's mother was murdered, and the suspect is
71. She was 71 years old.
Had her throat stabbed. The suspect is his brother.
He's been charged.
Yeah,
I read, right?
And so, boy, bad news, tough for Calais. I can't.
And his brother's what, 41 years old?
I can't imagine.
Oh my goodness!
Can't imagine.
I don't know how to say this without sounding like a complete jerk, maybe, but it's terrible that your mom's throat gets slashed and she's murdered and all of that stuff. And then you find out it's your brother.
Yeah.
A family member. Oh my God, the unimaginable.
Yeah, very unimaginable.
It's just terrible. I saw it. Did that just come out?
I just saw that it came out actually at 11 a.m. Eastern, so 8 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, because I heard that she had died late last night, maybe. Like, I'm talking like 10, 11. I was up late last night.
Okay.
And everything. And then I saw just the headline today, and I didn't get to read into it. But yeah, no, think about Calais Campbell. And that's Calais Campbell, if you don't know, is just the salt of the earth. For a football player, just the nicest guy on the planet for his size and everything, to have that out. But like I said, just double whammy, terrible news on both fronts because, man, that's just not good on any level there. So think about Calais Campbell as well, Dale.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Thoughts and prayers. Yep.
Bringing that up on that. And when we come back, no easy way to transition it. So we'll talk about that. Welcome back, folks. The main event. And we're back here, main event here on this Wednesday, last show of the week. Of course, we're taking off next couple of days. We'll be back on Monday morning at 8 o'clock, live here on YouTube, of course, as well. Everything's on demand, so, and on the free podcast system. No Real Matrix this week. It's just taking a break this week. A new episode will be up, so plenty of time, folks, to get on that Rumble and catch old shows there of the Real Matrix. This weekend as well. What better way to celebrate America than the Real Matrix?
Yeah, I heard your boy Johnny talking about Helen Keller today.
Is there a conspiracy with Helen Keller now? She wasn't really definitely.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Is that a real thing?
I have no idea. I only go so far with that stuff. So, hey, by the way, a word to the wise tomorrow when you're going to get in the car to take off, make sure you have your wallet and make sure you have your phone with you.
Why?
Because those are the two things you can't replace.
The only two things they need, yeah. It'd be hard to pay for something. Pay for the hotel room I'll be booking halfway there.
Hopefully.
There's actually ways. That's what I like about it. I don't have any of that Apple Pay on my phone. I refuse to do that stuff.
Right.
But there's ways to pay for stuff without, having a wallet now.
Can you just write an IOU?
No, they have those buy now, pay later services and things like for hotels and everything that you can just book it.
Really?
Take your wallet out on and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm not saying you do it, but I'm just saying if you get in a pinch, You can definitely do that.
Just bring your wallet and your
I
phone.
know. Yeah, everything else can be done. That's why I always joke around and be like, they got Targets there, so if we need to buy something, we'll go buy
Right.
something.
Right.
Like not the end of
If you
the
forget
world.
your toothbrush,
Yeah.
or in the hotel you
Yeah.
find doesn't have toothbrushes,
Do they do that?
because you're staying in Skid Row. Dad waited too long.
I told you, we'll just go get tents and hang out with the homeless people.
You would not
And
last one
And the
night.
California government will come by with a $10,000 check to give me or something. 'Cause I'm homeless.
Hey, we
We'll
made
go
money.
with kids.
Pay for our trip.
I know. That's as close to politics as I get on this show, having some fun with that conversation as well. But of course, Lou not joining us today. I messed up on this. It's not Lou's fault. I texted the wrong gentleman, and he has a work thing this morning, so he wasn't able to hop on. But nice enough to give me his Nathan's hot dog pick here.
He's
Dale,
always been into this.
he loves it. He gets more excited about this than I think he does most UFC fights. Yeah, and stuff. Now he takes into account humidity, weather. Who's Joey Chestnut going against?
Is there going to be any competition?
You know, because like he said last Thursday, the closest guy to Joey Chestnut, most he's ever eaten is like 54 hot dogs. So once Joey hits 60, like he doesn't have to push it. Unless he's going for the world record, he doesn't have to push it to get to 75.
And by the way, the world record is his world record.
Yeah. I think you want to be, because he's getting older too.
Right.
Like you think your body was breaking down in the NFL in year 15, 16. So imagine what his is doing right now.
I don't know if his entire body, but his stomach.
Just the meat sweats afterwards, man, would just make me nauseous.
I don't think I ever told you this. When I was at SMU, I think it was my sophomore year, there's this place that had had a hamburger that if you ate it, it's free.
Did you? Oh, you didn't even get a T-shirt. You just got free.
You got it free. I think
The old '86er,
and you got your name up on the board and whatever. And
when your picture, you look like garbage. You just ate all this hamburger.
And three of us went in there, and it was a Sunday because we didn't get meals on Sunday.
Oh, so you could share them. You could
no,
share them out? Okay.
No, but we all thought we'd order one.
Oh yes.
Between us, we had probably $40, fully confident we're going to be able to eat them all. And the thing comes out, and number one, it doesn't taste good. Number two,
It's not cooked
soggy,
right.
not cooked right.
They probably boiled it.
And we very quickly realized we got to get rid of two of these. And so we put one guy on the lookout, the other guy tear a hunk off, and we start putting him in our cowboy boots, and then go to the bathroom and flush it down the toilet.
What was the time frame to eat them?
I think he had 45 minutes or something like that. But you're going to give me a day.
I just remember that movie, Great Outdoors,
Yeah.
where he does that 86er.
Yeah.
And he's all like, I'm done. And she's all, don't forget the gristle.
Yeah.
It's all fatty.
Oh, my
I
God.
would never, ever in my life try something like that, man. That's just.
Yeah. Well, and then it's just this hot dog, because it's not just hot dogs, it's the buns. And they all have to get down.
That's why they dip them in water, because bread actually expands in your stomach.
Yeah.
So that's why if you are doing a steak thing, like I just do entertainment references, but The Simpsons had an episode where Homer was eating a big steak, and he's sitting there eating the bread, and his wife's Marge is all like, "Stop eating the bread, you Homer." Bread expands. All I do is pop culture references. But,
Yeah.
do you get up and watch this thing on Saturday morning from Nathan's?
I would say.
Nathan's isn't even an American company anymore.
Oh, it's not?
I think they got bought out by.
I did not know that.
So do we support it the same now that they're not an American company?
I will say probably, if it's been going on 50 years, I've probably seen it 4 or 5 times.
I don't watch it. It's mainly because it starts at like 8 or 9 in the morning our time, and I forget about it because I'm usually like, oh, July 4th.
Usually come back in from your jog.
Sleeping, well, the gym, of course.
Yeah.
Won't look like this by not going to the gym early in the morning. And I just forget about it, and then all of a sudden I'll see highlights or I'll see it, coming up. So that's why. The other reason I don't watch it though is I think I'd get this. I'd just be grossed
It does get a little gross when you just see him shot. It's like, no.
Yeah, Nathan's Famous is owned by Smithfield's Food, which is an American company, but they're owned by WH Group now, which is a food processing conglomerate based in Hong Kong.
Huh.
So do we? I was pretty sure that happened. So do we support it the same? This was an American deal, and now it's owned by a Hong Kong company.
I probably support it the same that I always have.
I can tell you this year I won't be watching it on July 4th morning. I'll be somewhere doing something when it comes on.
Or still in bed from a late night, July 3rd.
No, man, we got busy. We got time frames. We got things we gotta do. People to see.
You don't even have your schedule down yet.
I know. I'm sure we will. We'll have something. July 4th is the biggest day in theme parks. That's the biggest day for theme parks and stuff like that. So no matter where we go, beaches and everything. So no matter where you go on Saturday, July 4th over there, it's the busiest it's going to be. So you've got to get there early and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's unbearable line.
And invariably, you'll run into somebody from Phoenix.
We were in, that's what I joke around. I go, man, don't wear ASU shirts over there, or U of A shirts, because everybody wants to talk to you. Hey, where are you from? And stuff like that. We learned that last year at SeaWorld. It was just early in the morning, man. All the lines were short as the day went on. And all of a sudden, it's 4 p.m. And it's just everybody's packed. You're like shoulder to shoulder, just walking with everybody because it gets so busy. So, no, the Saturday we'll be up early.
Okay.
We'll be cranky and moving around, but. Yeah, so there you go. Nathan's hot dog. Joey Chestnut's in it. Lou says he likes under 73 for Joey Chestnut. Again, part of the reason why, I'm guessing, his biggest competitor in this thing, the most he's ever eaten, is like 53 or 55.
Yeah, so the competition, once he gets to early 60s, he's just going to slow down and take his time.
Their number, number, so he doesn't need it. And like I said, unless he's going for the world record. And everything.
Remember,
plus, it's supposed to be extra humid this weekend over there in New York.
Does that make you hungrier?
It makes you not as hungry.
Oh,
makes you not feel as well.
I've never noticed weather making my appetite swing.
Oh, remember when they moved it indoors for that COVID year? Oh no, they moved it out. When did they do it? They moved it indoors, I think. And Lou was like, "We got air conditioning. It's gonna be cooler in there, so they're gonna eat more with the air conditioning blowing on them." And then he was right. I think he hit a record that year. Yes, you got to take this stuff into account. Billy, when you were in Dallas on those hot days, you weren't just like, I'm going to eat 70 hot dogs today.
No, even as big as I am, I've never eaten as much as it looks like I should.
That's what I tell people. Like, people are like, you must eat a lot. Actually, I don't. I eat shockingly little for a guy my size.
It's a bummer. My wife sits there, we watch TV at night, and she'll eat a whole pint of Haagen-Dazs.
I have like 2 scoops of Rocky Road ice cream, which I love, and I'm like, too much. Ate too much.
Well, I remember a couple years ago, Chestnut got signed by a rival hot dog company.
No, it wasn't a rival hot dog. It was one of those Impossible Meat company, plant-based company.
Right, so rival. I mean,
yeah.
So he couldn't participate.
They wouldn't let him participate.
No.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's a rival hot dog. It was the fake hot dogs, the protein-based hot dogs.
The healthy ones, Steve. You don't grill those?
Plant-based.
You don't grill those?
I one time bought some hamburgers that were Impossible Meat, not realizing I had bought it. I just grabbed like a thing. And people say they taste the same. Folks, they don't. The second I bit into that son of a gun, I was like, okay, this meat's bad. I just got a disease. Take me to the hospital. I look at the wrapper and I'm like, oh, darn, what did I grab?
Steve McCollum.
The grossest thing I've ever had touch my lips, and I've had some things.
I don't want to even go there.
So Joey Chestnut under 73. I don't know what the odds are on that. But Joey Chestnut's 42 years old now.
Do you think you could go on DraftKings and bet that?
See, I don't know. I don't know if there's. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd be shocked if you can't.
If
they
you
just
can't,
want to take your money. Yeah, they just want to take your money. On a side note, I am sick and tired of all these Kelce ads. Every time I turn around, there's a Kelce ad. It's always something stupid like, who do you think's the best team in the NBA this year? And some dude's walking down the street. He goes, "Oh, the Washington Wizards will win it all this year." He's like, "Oh, then bet it on Kelce." And I'm like, at least have the guy say a good team that has a chance to win it all. These Kelce ads are ridiculous.
I don't understand what word you're saying.
Kelce? They're that prediction market. I know.
Kelce?
Kelce. Kalshi.
Oh. I don't know if I've even seen one.
We got World Cup, Wimbledon, PGA Tour, right there, hot dogs. Found it.
Really?
It literally says hot dogs. Let's check this out here. Well, I do a little production on the air here. Joey Chestnut, winner just by itself, not a shocker, minus 2,000. Patrick Bartoletti is plus 900. He's the closest competitor. Everybody else is plus 3,000 or higher.
Okay.
That's just for the winner there as well. Now, on the women's side, there's a minus 1,600. Miki Sudo looks to be the favorite, minus 1,600. Her closest competitor, Michelle Lesko, plus 700. Everybody else, now there's only 5 competitors in the women one. Everybody else is plus 5,000 odds or worse from that as well. Winning margin, 20 plus hot dogs is plus 175.
So that means it's the other guy. You said the other guy's most he's eaten is 54 or
It's
something?
50. It's 53, 55. I don't remember exactly what Lou said last Thursday. But yeah, so if he did that, then Chestnut would have to be 73 if he does 53. So that's plus 175. 16 to 19 hot dogs is plus 200. Plus 300 for 10 to 14. I might throw a little money on that 15 to 19 number right there, Dale. Pay for that hotel room in San Diego if I nail that one right. You know what I mean?
Well, make sure you place a bet before you get to California because then your app turns
I
off.
know. I always forget that. And then I'm like, oh, this is on today. I got to play. And I'm like, oh, never mind. There you could do winner without it being Joey Chestnut. Patrick Bartoletti is minus 400. Does that mean, though, if Chestnut wins, the second place guy is where you win that award? So if Patrick Bartoletti finishes second, do you win if you bet on winner without Joey Chestnut? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, that to me, that means you're taking the field over Joey Chestnut. Yeah, to win.
Totals? Now, shop that 73 number around. It might be gone now. I'm just using DraftKings right now. Over 70.5 totals, minus 175. Under 70.5 is plus 130 for the total as well. Joey Chestnut, are there going to be any personal records set? So not just Chestnut, but everybody. Somebody places a personal record. Yes is plus 500. No is minus 900. So people are saying, it must be the humidity down. There you go, folks. Hot dog eating contest. Watch it at your own peril.
Where's the golf this week?
It's
got to be a podunk tournament.
It is. It's an unknown tournament. Nobody wants to go play golf this week if you're a good deal. Yeah, because that's why the signature event was last week.
Yes.
The Travelers was last week. So this week it's a nothing. They are golfing this weekend, right? There's no UFC this weekend.
Really?
There's World Cup, of course, because America is happening.
Let's see. It's a John Deere Classic.
Is that what it is? Oh, the John Deere's this weekend. Yeah, I thought that was next week.
In Silvis, Illinois. Where's that at, Steve?
Just to the northeast of the Chicago area as you're getting close up to the Wisconsin border.
Wrong.
Take a left. All I know is you take a left somewhere. That'd be just outside of Chicago on the south side, out toward Juliet.
Yeah, it's south.
Joliet, yeah.
Out in the farmland.
Yeah. I'd imagine it'd be that way. Because that's where all those types of things are being built in that area now. It's down. You go down there, you take a left, or you take a right, and you go down there, take a right.
Man, the big left.
It's right there. Right there for you.
Is that how you get San Diego, come on your street, take a left?
I'm just going to keep driving. Drive that way. Gonna get on a road and go. What we're gonna do. The big question on this trip is: do we stop at the Buc-ee's in Buckeye on the way out?
Ooh. Has that died down a little bit?
So what I've read, this is why we're toying with the idea of stopping, because what I've read and heard is the weekends it's just packed, long lines and everything.
Okay.
But during the weekdays, it's still busy, but those huge lines aren't there during the weekdays. Because what I don't want to do is stop there, because we can either cut down to I-8 from where we are,
right?
It's an hour to cut down to it and cut over, or we can go I-10 out. Take that, was that 85 south down to I-8 again. Virtually the same time frame. Now you have more miles to go this way. But if you're going to stop there. So I've heard during the week it's slower and not as busy, not as hectic. So I'm like, maybe we'll try it.
Maybe you should call your boy Jason. He saw him take a picture there when he visited it.
Those Texas people love that place. It's like they've never seen a Walmart before. It's like they've never been in a Walmart or a Target before.
It's like when that slider place came here.
White Castle, and everybody lost their minds about
People
it.
driving from Yuma, and I'm like, I waited for 6 weeks and try one. I'm like, really?
I'll even go a step farther. I was reading a thing, and I read LA stuff a lot. I was reading a thing, and a lot of people were doing day trips to Arizona just to go to the Buc-ee's. So they were getting in their car in the LA area, driving across the desert, stopping at Buc-ee's, and turning around and driving home again. I saw the Fluffy, that Iglesias comedian guy was there, but he was doing a show here. So he was doing a show, and then so he didn't fly in just for that, or bus in just for that. But I saw he was there. People were taking pictures of him while he was there. Maybe I'll be the celebrity that walks in on Thursday morning.
Steve!
I just want to do the beef jerky. Like, man, we're on a road trip. Give me my beef jerky. I have a pretty solid selection of beef jerky. Pretty solid. I'm just gonna be on beef jerky out on this trip. So I don't know. We're thinking about doing that. But now we can always drive down there, and if it's just too busy or whatever, just turn around and leave and drive off.
I would also check your route. I know a couple weeks ago, 85 had construction on it, so just do a little planning, Steve.
We're just gonna wing it.
Put in your maps.
You don't plan for a thing like Buc-ee's. You just wing it and go on a whim when you want brisket. I know somebody. Okay. I look down on you if you've done this. I'm just not gonna lie to you. I know somebody that got up. He lives like at I-17 in Deer Valley area. He left his house, and he works up in that area as well, by the way. Him and his wife got up, went to the Buc-ee's one morning. It's there like 3 a.m, so the crowds aren't as big there. This is like opening week. Opening week. The crowds aren't busy then. They're still busy. He was complaining about how busy it was at 3 a.m. Went there, got a brisket sandwich, ate it, did his shopping, and drove back up and went to work. Folks, that is a sickness. We might stop. I've been to Buc-ee's before, so I'm not excited about it, but everybody else is. But we might stop if it's not a giant inconvenience for me to get to San Diego. You have a sickness if you're doing that stuff, folks. Like, Jason drops everything to go out there.
Setting your alarm, my goodness.
Yeah, could you imagine? And then driving from up there, Dale, all the way to Buckeye, all the way back up, and getting ready for work and going to work for the day, all for 3 a.m.
Oh, thank you.
Come on back, folks.
Jeez.
I don't judge people too often, but I will judge you. set a time. 9:35.
Yeah.
Deb's going golfing today.
So you're definitely stopping by Bucky's. I can tell by the way you're talking about it.
We're probably going that way. And then, because I know now it's not that 6.5 mile detour, but I know there's still like a mile detour to get to it and everything like that. But we'll probably go on. But I just don't want to stop and then get inside, and then everybody wants to shop for an hour, and then you have to stand in line to check out. I want to get to San Diego. I'm not interested. We're taking 2 separate cars, so I'll just be like, all right, y'all ride with the people shopping. I'll meet you guys when I find a hotel. I'll meet you guys there.
I am when I'm traveling, and the girls got into the mode of doing that too. I mean, you stop for gas, go to the bathroom. You want to get a drink, you want to get a little snack,
stretch a little bit,
boom, 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 walk around, and it's no more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. Get back on the road,
and you're back on the road.
Yeah.
Because you're definitely not stopping on the way back after a full weekend,
especially when you're going there, because I just want to get there. I want to get out of this heat and get there, man. I want to get this 6-hour drive out of the way. Let's go.
Turn into 5:45, Steve. Push it. Let's see how many tickets you can get.
Oh, I get a lot.
I will tell you this. I think I might have told you yesterday, but I would not push it too much because it seemed like there's lots of police officers out.
So you mentioned, I told you out by where I am, there's a lot of cops right now because of that State Route 24.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch of deadly accidents there.
I'm talking even the 51 and the 10.
That's why you said that. I was surprised. Yeah. But no, I generally will go like 5 miles over the speed limit, set cruise control, and then just let the fast people go by me. You know, it's just not that big of a hurry. It's not worth the risk.
No.
And stuff like that. And you always say I'll get there faster. Yeah, you won't when that cop pulls you over and takes 45 minutes to write you a ticket.
And a little more expensive.
Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need to add expense to this trip. California ain't cheap, folks. As well. So there you go. We're looking forward to that. Of course, tomorrow morning, follow us, YouTube and everything. Maybe we'll do some stuff on the social media sites as well. From the drive, who hates each other. My daughter, who just got her permit, goes, "Am I driving at all on this trip?" Yesterday. What would your answer be, Dale?
I would say once I got onto I-8.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, yeah. I go, when we get on, because it's just a straight road, you only have to contend with the semis. Yeah, I can trust her. I mean, but she's driving on the streets fairly well, actually. No close calls. Braking can be an issue. Where I'm like, stop, slow down.
Well, hopefully you're not going to say that much on I-8 between Casa Grande and Yuma.
But it was just funny. I was just like, I wonder how other people would answer.
Have you checked your spare tires? Make sure they have air in them.
We don't have spare tires in our cars. We have new cars that don't have spares. AAA is going to be taking a long trek out to visit us.
Oh, don't even say that. I wouldn't even.
You're the one that just put it into the universe.
A lot of times people don't check their spare if they are smart enough to have one to make sure there's air in it.
Ethan's got fairly new tires. We're good. We'll be good. Just don't run over it. We're good. What can happen? Thanks for putting that into the universe. Appreciate that. Hey, Trey McBride, really quick.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear this.
It was an interesting conversation. Trey McBride's a likable dude, man. He's just like a down-home guy and everything. Taylor Llewellyn? I always joke around and call him Llewellyn.
Oh.
Chaparral, pride of Chaparral High School. Grew up here as well. Went on to the Tennessee Titans. Now he's too big for us here, but whatever. And everything. He actually does some cool stuff at Chaparral. The guy that they give his number to one of the linemen, like one of the linemen that earns the number. I forget how they earn it. It's kind of cool what they do there and stuff. But he does bust him with the boys, with Will Compton. I don't watch it much. It's a little bit too manly of a show for a guy my age. I think it's targeted toward younger kids.
Okay.
Now they're kind of like Barstool is. But it's a fun show at times like that. But Trey McBride was on there, and they're talking about Arizona fans. Here it is.
there's no Arizona fans in Arizona.
So I grew up in Arizona, and like,
Right.
what was it, 07, 08 when they went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
first time in my entire, I was like a junior in high school. It's the first time I ever saw like Arizona Cardinal hats out there ever. And then all of a sudden the Super Bowl was over and the hats just kind of went away.
Everyone left.
Yeah, it was like fairy dust. They'd all just kind of in the distance.
Well, it's like, living in Arizona, no one's from Arizona. Everyone kind of has moved in from another state, so they're all fans of their own team. So now you have the Arizona that sits there, and there's no Arizona fans in Arizona. So it's a tough deal, but
Dude.
hopefully we start winning some games and we can bring some of those fans back.
There's
Same old excuses as I've heard my whole life. I'll tell you this right now. That narrative of everybody's from someplace else is gone. There have been millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of kids that have been born here since the Cardinals have been here. The reason why they're not Cardinals fans is because they suck. It's not because the parents, people my age, yeah. Like my dad's a Dallas Cowboys fan because he grew up on the Cowboys.
You never told me that before, and I
hated that long snapper guy.
And I understand now why he's the patriarch of your family and smart, probably good looking too. Way to go, Mr. McCollum.
Well, that was because Sean, all the ASU good ASU
No,
players went to the
no,
Cowboys. Danny
no.
White, Shante Carver, him and his coke habit went over to the Cowboys.
S-Mac 500.
Am I wrong on that, Mr. Cowboy?
Shante Carver, very, very nice.
Defense.
I
He
still-
wasn't nice. He had a
I
drug problem.
still call him a kid because I think he came in.
That had to have been late 80s, early 90s.
No, it wasn't late 80s. It was
early
mid
90s.
90s,
Okay,
probably.
Well, it was before I got to ASU. So, yeah, 90, 91, 92, something like that. And I was in high school. Heck of a defensive end, man. Like the sugar burger. Booger sugar. Don't act like you didn't know.
Wow.
Don't act like you didn't know. Do you still talk to him? Tell him I said hello, would you?
I have run into him.
He actually was my favorite ASU player. Him and number one, who went to the Giants. His daughter sings now. Oh my gosh, I just forgot his name.
The defensive back. He played for the Cardinals too.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
I mean, for the Cowboys.
Oh, did he go to the Cowboys? I know he was with the Giants for a long time. I just forgot his name. But those two were my favorite players that went on to pro careers when they were at ASU. I loved them to death. Yeah. Shante Carver, I'm kidding with you, buddy. I love you. You were good. Just a career that didn't turn out the way you wanted. But that's why my dad was a Cowboy. And then when you grew up here and lived here, you had Broncos or Cowboys that you could watch.
He was drafted in the first round of the 94 draft.
Is it 94? So my junior year of high school.
He's 55 years old, so when he came in, I'm 63, be 64.
You were there for 10 plus years.
Next week.
Well, you were there for 7 years.
I was talking to somebody. I literally played in every regular season and playoff game throughout the 90s for the Cowboys.
Really?
90 to 2000. Never missed a game.
Anybody else do that?
Nope.
Oh, my God. We got to get that.
Nope.
I'm emailing Jerry right now. Let me text Jerry right now. Uncle Jerry, give this man his dues. That's actually an amazing stat.
Yeah.
No missed injury games?
Not during the regular season. Missed a couple preseason games.
That's an interesting fact.
Yeah.
And yet we can't get you here for a whole week, huh?
Kind of tells you something, doesn't it? Kind of tells you something, doesn't it?
That just made me think of yesterday doing. I was a guest on the Holmberg Sports Podcast yesterday.
Yeah, no, he was the host of the Holmberg Sports.
He just made me think of that.
Oh my god!
I went home last night. And that bothered me all night.
I was like, "Hold on, is it Holmberg's show or is it Steve just took over?"
You should have sat on my right side so I'd see you because I forgot you were over here.
Yeah, of course you did. You talk more during that in a 3-man booth than you do in our show.
He kept looking at me and talking to me, Dale.
And let me tell you about the shoelaces for the Moroccans when they're kicking the penalty kicks.
I had to bring knowledge to you guys yesterday. And what clown says he can get in a NASCAR car and finish a race in a season? You're nuts.
No, I think the guy said he thought he could, and then he did 10 laps and said.
No, I said he's not lasting 10 laps.
No, he did it actually.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah,
he did it. Okay.
Yeah, he did 10 laps. He goes,
Probably should have paid attention.
I was stupid.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're talking again.
I'm probably still talking.
Yeah.
This guy. This guy over here. So I don't know. Trey I mean, I just think the narrative that Arizona fans are from some other place is a false narrative now. Yes, that's still here. People my generation, people your generation, yes, you still have those allegiances to other team, but it's strictly because the Cardinals have sucked most of the years they've been. And it's easy. Like my daughter's a Chiefs fan because the Chiefs were good when she was her mom's side of the family's from there, so she gravitated. She would have gravitated toward the Cardinals if they were any good.
Especially here in the Valley, more so than I think a lot of places in this country. If you win, they will come.
Absolutely.
I always said that about the Coyotes out in Glendale. Yeah, horrible spot, very difficult to get to. You could come up with all those excuses. But if they were consistently a playoff team and vying for a Stanley Cup, the crowds would be there. Same thing with the Cardinals. Again, when you give us the one Super Bowl year, and Taylor said that because we were all around in 08, 09, and we caught the fire.
I saw it myself, man. It just the energy in that stadium. I've been to a lot of Cardinals games since they've been here. And the energy in that stadium got ramped up as it won. I've never seen that before. I haven't seen it since.
No, and
it was amazing.
And I've told you I played in some really, really, really loud stadiums. I was at that because I was working for Channel 12 then. That Philadelphia Eagles game,
so NFC Championship.
In the NFC Championship, and I don't know if I've ever been in a louder place.
It was nuts
than that day.
I've been in a lot of loud stadiums too, and it was just nuts in there. At least I know it hasn't happened here since or before,
right?
But that's more of the argument now than that. It just to me like it seems to me like Trey was just told, "Oh, we don't have fans. We want you to play here, but we don't have fans because they're all from someplace."
Well, Trey's from someplace else too, and he probably since he's been here, they've lost, and he knows that. Hey, when Seattle comes here, there's more Seahawks fans, and when the Rams come here.
Patriots,
49ers come here.
Cowboys.
Yeah, so
Chiefs.
and
I think the only team that's not the case is Carolina and Atlanta. Their fans don't show up here.
And Tennessee.
Tennessee's another one. Yeah, it's more Cardinals fans than that. So it was just interesting hearing. It's not bad. I'm not going to be negative about it and say he needs to be off this team. He's terrible. I just think that narrative is old. But my bigger point is, like you said, he played at Colorado State. I've been to Colorado State football.
Mm-hmm.
It's not rocking and rolling, folks.
No.
And stuff like that. But that tells me he's been fed that narrative by somebody.
Well, what do Colorado State really and the Cardinals have in common? Neither one of them have won.
The Rams. One's the Rams and one's a bird. That's what they have in common.
Neither one of them have won.
No. Not even that. If anything, they've both disappointed when they're supposed to be good.
I don't know if Colorado State's ever supposed to have been good.
No, but Jay Norvell was coaching there. They had like all these high expectations.
Oh, did they?
To do all that, and just every year just fell flat on their face and stuff like that. Just recently as well. But no, I get it. But it's just that narrative. That's why I wanted to play that. It was like that narrative is not true anymore.
I would say they asked him who's going to throw in the football this season.
They did talk about they talked about more than that and stuff. But the thing I like about Trey McBride, he needs to become the face of the Cardinals. Even Larry wasn't the face of the Cardinals. Larry didn't talk to media open very often. He did in the locker room occasionally after practice.
No, he ran in front of the media.
Yeah.
Even Bruce said maybe it was the day Bruce came in and you weren't here, but we talked about he had just come back from that. Larry got all the media together and bought him dinner. Okay. And he said Larry apologized for first. Yeah.
Well, he would leave the field early and then go in the locker room, change, and leave,
and get out.
Then he got fined because somebody turned him in on that. But yeah, when was the last time? I mean, Carson Palmer was good with the media, but Kyler was every Wednesday, and that's if you were lucky to get him on Wednesday. Even Jake Plummer back in the day, I remember you could only speak to him on Wednesdays on his day. So have we ever had the face of the Cardinals? But Trey McBride should be the face of the Cardinals, and you'd go a long way with him. And I'll even go a step farther because we don't get into politics and stuff like that. he should be the face of the Cardinals just because of his personal life. On top of that, it's it's pretty spectacular the way he was raised and the human he's turned out to be. That's what you want to promote here. What I'm getting at is that you want to promote the goodness of that side of things, as opposed to necessarily
What's
negative
interesting
side.
when you look at that and you talk about that and guys just showing up once a week. Back in the mid '90s in Dallas, lunch hour, getting ready for meetings. There's an hour and 15 where media were allowed in our locker room.
Yeah. COVID changed all that. Well, it changed before that, but COVID definitely.
But I'm just saying, Larry Fitzgerald was before COVID.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's changed even worse.
But what I'm saying is, everybody talked to the media.
Yeah.
Now Troy had standalone press conferences like once a week, but you could always come up and talk to him in his locker for 5 minutes.
It's not like that now.
And
you can only. I remember distinctively with Plummer, it was he speaks Wednesdays at 1 o'clock after, and he stood underneath that stupid tree all the time.
And that's in the late '90s.
Late '90s, yeah. I know Kyler was. We'll see if he's available on Wednesday for you.
Well, and let's be honest. Some of that has to do with Mark Dalton too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it comes from. I know after COVID, because like everything went online, right? So like I know after COVID, like the NBA only lets you have to be an actual beat writer to get locker room access. Like you have to be in practices and stuff like that to get access, like you used to the locker room and stuff. But everything's online now. I can log in and watch every Suns press conference. Through the site or whatever. So you don't have to be there to see the same stuff the media does. And everybody asks your questions anyway. Like people are like, I got to be in there to ask questions. No, that's all right. The three other guys got that question that you want to ask at the same time,
right?
Sitting there and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's fascinating how this changed. But I think Trey McBride they should push him to be the face of the
well-spoken, good-looking dude.
And then just good guy, just all around.
Yeah.
Like I said, and then he's got I don't know how to phrase it, a non-traditional life away from football, which obviously, they want that aspect to push that stuff. And it's fantastic. I think he's a great guy. And busting with the boys, guys, I don't watch them a lot because it's like they're 12-year-old boys. The things they joke around about and stuff, it's like, that was funny when I was 17, 18 type of stuff,
Now you're this mature,
like
grown man.
Now I just slightly giggle sometimes. And he just held his own with them and had fun with them and stuff like that. So make him the face, Cardinals, is what I'm trying to say here as well. But that narrative needs to go away, Dale. We have enough people born here since the Cardinals have been here. We're 3 generations into the Cardinals being here.
Win them over.
The kids, my age, I was 9 when the Cardinals moved here. I've got 2 kids running around here. There are kids that have kids now that were here since the Cardinals. My sister's kids. My sister, was here. She's 6 years older than me. Her oldest kids could have grown up Cardinals fans, and then now her kids, grandkids could be, Cardinals fans. That narrative's gone. There's enough people that just have to give us something to root for.
Coming up on 40 years being here.
Yeah, so that's easily 2 generations. Yeah. And you have enough people here that could root for your team and be diehard Cardinals fans.
And when they win,
I see Cardinals hats everywhere I go, even today. I don't know what he's talking about where they want to win.
And when they win, they come. When Carson Palmer was here, they didn't get to the Super Bowl, but they were in the playoffs with under BA. Guess what? That stadium was full.
Absolutely. And loud.
And it was a fun place to be.
You look forward to going.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't win, you walked out of that stadium going, what an effort of a game.
You
were mad, but you were still like, man, that was a good effort.
What we don't have is a lovable loser attitude like the Cubs for so long. And I've talked with John Holmberg about it because he was a huge Cubs fan.
And he gave up on him.
And he said it kind of ruined it when we won the World Series because it's like, wait, but that's a unique crowd, unique stadium.
I was in Chicago when they won it, and it literally was like, there goes the lovable loser.
Yeah.
And people literally jumped off their bandwagon because it was cool to root for the Cubs. But we don't have that.
Yeah.
People are embarrassed by the way the Cardinals play out there and stuff like that. But part of it, too, is the access you get now. Remember when you were playing? Like, you'd hear stories of people running into players at the gym or grocery stores and stuff like that, just living their
Oh, yeah.
lives and things, or just being at an event. None of that happens anymore. They're like isolated from you.
It's funny, we were talking about this last week. Do you remember a guy named Dale Hatcher for the Dallas Stars?
The hockey guy.
Yeah.
He broke Jimmy Roenick's jaw.
Oh, was that him?
He was an
I don't know who.
enforcer,
He played for the Dallas Stars.
Yeah.
Maybe even taller than me, but about my height.
He was a big dude. He was an enforcer. He was a big dude.
And Brooke came home one day. There was a Tom Thumb there, I think was a big grocery store. She was shopping and she came home. She said, Dale, there's this guy walking around and minding his own business, but he was your size, your height. And he had stitches and his face was all cut up. Do you happen to, who do you think he is? I'm like, well, I have no idea who you're talking about. And like a week later, I went in with Brooke, and he was there, and we kind of knew each other.
Yeah, she's all, look at that.
And we talked for a little bit, and I said, yeah, that's the guy who fights for the Dallas Stars.
He was an enforcer.
Yeah.
He was a fighter.
Yeah.
Played 16 years.
But you could see us all at Tom Thumb or 7-Eleven.
You don't see that stuff.
No.
I remember in the 90s, it wasn't, I think it's a Lifetime Fitness now, but there was a gym where the Cardinals practice facility is, where you would run into players there occasionally. I worked out there from time to time when I was in the corporate world, just easy for me to hit that on the way home. And you'd see guys in there working out in the off season because they didn't have access to the thing. And you'd see guys in there. You don't hear those stories anymore.
No.
Hey, I ran into this guy here. And with social media, you'd hear, that was before social media.
Right.
And you'd hear that stuff. It's just the access. So it hurts your fans. Then the way you treat your fans.
And again, all that would go away if you're winning. Yeah. Most of it would go away.
I hear stories about like Cincinnati. Now you're not running into Joe Burrow at a grocery store, but I've heard stories where you go to these smaller cities like Cincinnati, and you'll just see, the lineman for the Bengals was out washing his car last weekend. You know, we saw him washing his car last week or whatever. You hear that stuff. Here, it's just everybody's isolated. You don't get to know them. They got to change that aspect of it. And the owner needs to stop treating his fans like crap. That's issue.
Stop raising prices.
Yeah,
one more year, but you'll renew.
But I'm going to renew for less. I'm going to do less. I'm only going to do 2. I'm done with my 4. I'm done with it all. Dale, World Cup soccer today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, more fantastic games yesterday. Not necessarily fantastic in the terms of shootouts and stuff like that to finish these games. I told you guys before, I've been hinting at it, France is probably the best team in this tournament. France is winning this thing. They are fun to watch. They're gorgeous. I told you yesterday, watch France-Sweden. France ends up winning that game 3-0 over Sweden. But France is the best team in this tournament, period. End of story. They're fantastic to watch. They're a lot of fun. Doesn't mean they're going to win it all, but they probably should, right, as well. Ivory Coast played Norway. That was a 2-1 battle there early in the day. And then that Mexico-Ecuador game. Game delayed by lightning. Huge thunderstorm before. They have to delay that game. Ecuador is just trying to get a couple minutes of sleep time with all what they've been through, trying to get this game done. And Mexico scores 2 goals early, and they end up winning 2-0. Good job. Go Mexico. First time in 40 years, Mexico has advanced in the knockout stage. They've gotten a knockout stage win. First time in 40 years.
Good for them. And that's why I saw all those pictures, everybody losing their ever-living mind.
The celebration afterwards and everything. It just cracks me up how they're playing at home. like in their home city. Now, that's the thing, like in the U.S., the U.S. is playing here at home, but it's not the same as down there. I don't know what the difference is.
Well, the difference is soccer's super important in Mexico.
That is true as well. So that was yesterday. Today, Dale, are you making some time tonight or what? 6 p.m. tonight, or 5 p.m. tonight? 6 p.m. tonight? 5 p.m. tonight.
From?
San Francisco.
Levi Stadium.
Nope, you're not allowed to say that. FIFA's covered everything up.
Oh, have they?
Yep, unless you pay exorbitant amount of money to sponsor with FIFA. They even covered up the Heinz ketchup and Heinz mustard. They put black tape over the labels. because they didn't. They
Really?
didn't do any sponsorship.
So they spent
deals with
more
it.
money covering stuff up.
But the best part is, I don't remember. I think it was Gillette over in Foxborough. In New
Yeah.
England. Gillette Stadium. They covered up the Gillette sign, but they did it like it looks like shaving cream covered it up. Pretty ingenious. They do that. I think Levi's did a pair of jeans, like a pair of denim, over the logo as well, and stuff like that. It's pretty funny how they do that. But yeah, England, Congo. Now these aren't necessarily going to be good games. The England game will be closer than you think it's going to be.
Congo's got a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, no, I was going to just announce. Dale, it's going to look like a genius, so you just ruined it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Started at 9 a.m. England should, 28 minutes in, England should win this game, but it's going to be a struggle for them if they win it. They can lose it as well. England's that team. England's like, speaking of 250th anniversary of America, England's that team that dominates all the small countries for hundreds of years. Then America comes along and they get their butts kicked and have to go back home with their tail between their legs. They don't win the big ones. They disappoint you with that. You expect big things from them, and it just doesn't happen. That's what's going to happen today with England. They might escape this with a win, but it's going to be a battle for them. They're going to disappoint here against Congo. And now, like I said, I expect them to win it, but I expect this to be a close game to where England's fighting for their lives at the end. Then you got Belgium, Senegal today. Again, same type of a situation. Belgium, one of the best players on earth, Cristiano Ronaldo. You should watch this. This is up in Seattle here for Belgium and Senegal. Belgium should win this game. This game might be close for a long time. Belgium shouldn't run away with this. Belgium is Cristiano Ronaldo and a bunch of really good players. That might allow Senegal to get in there. But Belgium should win this like 2-0. Maybe they'll sneak in a late one for 3-0. But it'll be that type. But you got to watch it for just the players on the field for Belgium. And tonight, 5 p.m. on Fox, from, as Dale said, the unnamed stadium up there in San Francisco. They've been practicing around those electrical fields?
No, I think they just came in day before.
USA plays 2 teams tonight, Bosnia and Herzegovina. My favorite, one of my favorite tweets about this. Tonight, 5 p.m. We'll just put it simply. It's not going to be an easy match for the U.S., but they should win this. If they don't win it, disappointment. They should make the round of 16 tonight.
Okay.
There's a chance they lose if they play like they did against Turkey.
Oh, stop.
Maybe their problem was Dale, they studied and practiced for Turkey, and then Turkey showed up. Maybe that was the problem.
Or maybe it's they didn't start 5 guys and played all the backups, played the McCollums of the world.
Even play the backup goaltender in that game. But that hurts momentum.
No, shut up.
U.S. should advance tonight. They
Yes.
should. If they don't, it's going to be a massive upset and major disappointment today. But 5 p.m. tonight, Dale.
Go USA. It's like John said when he could get a word in edgewise yesterday with you.
Guys, listen to this and let me know if I spoke.
John
said I did a great job.
What's John going to say? He called me as we're driving home. Said, "My God, has that guy ever shut up?"
Really? Because he texted me and goes, "You let Dale talk too much." That's what he said.
You Dobsonites. But he said, and it's true. It's like anything you slap a USA sticker on.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
I'm interested in. And whether it's the Olympics, I watch gymnastics.
Yeah, we're all. I'm watching cross country skiing, hoping the American can do.
Yes,
something.
We're watching the USA. So,
yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. So make some time. Have some time out tonight.
Right.
To see it. But a good day here. Tomorrow you got Spain, Austria. That'll be a good game. Spain could get upset in that game coming up here. Portugal, along with Croatia tomorrow afternoon. Switzerland, Algeria should be a dud of a game, but we'll have to wait and see if Algeria can stick its head up as well. Then this weekend, you got some matchups. Pay attention. July 4th, Saturday, by the way. The game you're going to want to watch. Yes, you have Messi and Argentina playing Cape Verde on the 3rd. You got Australia, Egypt on the 3rd. The game you want to tune into, it's not Colombia, Ghana. If you're going to watch one game on July 4th, it starts at 10 a.m. as well, Dale. Canada and Morocco. Canada's going to get upset. It's not even an upset. Morocco's winning that game against Canada, and then one of the host countries gets that. Coming July 4th. We're all going to go. Thank you, Morocco. America. It's a fun weekend, Dale. I'm going to be watching a lot of that while I'm wherever I'm doing. I have it on my phone.
So are you going to be packed before the game, or are you going to wait till tonight or get up early
I
in
have
the
to do
morning?
laundry tonight. I went clothes shopping yesterday, so I have new
Well, then,
vacation
you don't have to
shirts.
do laundry. Just throw it in the suitcase.
God, you don't know me at all. You know how many people tried those shirts on and stuff like that? Nope, being watched. Being watched. From all the hands from Vietnam or whatever, making them, sewing them together in the boxes across the ocean in the ship to get to the J.C. Penney's yesterday, or wherever I bought them at. And it gets there, they take them out of the box, they hang them up, and people try them on, take them off, all sweaty, gross, and everything. No, they're being washed. Double time being washed as well. Yeah. No, it'll be tonight. Yeah, it'll be good. We're good. Dale's worried more about my vacation than I am. It's kind of funny to see as well. But woke up, Dale. You're going to be watching that tonight. Are you watching tonight's game?
I will be watching tonight's game.
Where am I not going to be invited to hang out with you at?
Probably just the house. I don't think I want to go to Zips or something.
It'll be
yes.
busy and
Oh,
loud.
I know.
It'll be busy and loud.
Yeah.
My daughter's got an appointment on Wednesdays at 5, so we're going to go to that. So I'll be sitting in the lobby of that with it on.
So you standing up and they score. Yeah, goal!
Listening to it on the drive home to go home as well from that. So it'll be a good night tonight for the USA Today. Dale, really quick, since you got to take off here, go play some golf before your holiday weekend here. D-backs won yesterday. I just want to point this out to you. I joked around about it yesterday, saying if it wasn't for the Giants and the Rockies, the Diamondbacks would be 30 games under 500. I was a little bit off. They'd be 30 and 40. They're 30 and 40 against every team out there except for the Giants and Rockies. They're 13 and 2 against them.
So if you lose to them, then Steve's super critical. If you beat him, Steve casts it away like it doesn't matter.
No, my point on that, I'm frustrated with Torey Lovello because, it's the same Torey we've seen. The Diamondbacks don't want to improve. They're just happy being this way for some reason. And you get frustrated because you can see the talent right on this team. Like Marte, 4 home runs in 4 games, or 1 home run in each of the last 4 games, I should phrase it. Marte wakes up against the Giants and the Rockies, but everybody else he doesn't wake up against very often. It's just frustration. It's what the team is. They're just 500 team. I'd rather call them that than a mediocre team. They're just a 500 team out there. And this team has talent, should be better. But, when you look at this, they're not a playoff. Everybody's like, they're a playoff team. They're not. They're 30 and 40 against the rest of the league. Everybody else in the league seems like they're a playoff team.
Oh, see, again, that's where you go. You have not done any deep dive. You're just saying, it just kind of seems like, whatever. No.
Throw up the NL wildcard standings real quick, since Dale just said that. They're as good as the 500, game over 500 Washington Nationals. They're as good as the 500 Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay, yeah, they're rocking and rolling.
Almost as good as San Diego Padres.
Marlins are rocking it right now as well. Hey, throw up the stats here. Diamondbacks versus Giants. Ethan found this from ESPN Analytics this morning, comparing these two teams together. I'm just going to show you the Diamondbacks are not a playoff team. This is for the season, Dale. Batting average, Giants are batting .254 as a team for the year. Diamondbacks, .238. Runs, 343 runs for the Giants, 363 for the Diamondbacks. Hits, 740 hits for the San Francisco Giants, 671 for the Diamondbacks on the season. And we can go down this. The stats between a really bad Giants team and a 500 Diamondbacks team are pretty staggering equal. It's an amazing stat.
Not even halfway there.
Walks, 325 walks for the Giants, 251 for the Diamondbacks. Now, Diamondbacks have a lot less strikeouts on that as well. But I just found it interesting comparing a really bad team in the Major League Baseball against the 500 team. Pretty similar stats there. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, for you. That was for you. Go enjoy your weekend. Go play some golf today. Drink a lot of water.
I'll think about you, Steve, tomorrow morning, and
I'll let you know our plans when I have them.
hopefully you don't stay in a flea-infested,
You don't know
one-bedroom
You don't know me at
hotel with you and all your brood.
I'd stay an hour away in helicopter to San Diego before I would do that. I'd do that expense. Yeah, get out of here. Go play golf. Everybody else, we'll talk some more Diamondbacks. The
Yeah.
Marlins.
Yeah, do that.
The Marlins are on fire right now too. Yeah. I'll be Marlins. Hey, by the way, Bobby Bonilla Day, right? The Marlins' third highest placed player on their team right now. They're the hottest team in baseball in June. They're 20-6. Their third highest paid player, Giancarlo Stanton, who was traded to the team. Everybody focuses on Bobby Bonilla for Bobby Bonilla Day. But even Ken Griffey Jr. gets paid today. Deferred contracts need to go away. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but the thing about Bobby Bonilla is that he did nothing, at least Ken Griffey Jr.
No, it's the amount
Yes.
and it's the years of it and stuff like that. I get it. And a lot of people are getting paid right now for not being on.
What is Bobby gonna do in 2033 when he wakes up on July 1st and goes, "Oh, where's my $1 million?"
He's like, I'm poor, bankruptcy. Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here. Main event. My YouTube feed was all messed up. I was like, are we not live right now? Have we not been live all show? We have been. I just clicked the wrong button. Now there, Autumn says the teens want Buc-ee's. Okay, well, whatever. Ethan says, I'll try not to hit anything for the tires not to go flat. Yeah, because I'm sure Ethan will be doing some driving on this trip as well. Yeah, I know. I said Belgium today for Ronaldo. It's actually Portugal there as well. Not today with Belgium. I having some fun with Dale, and I got carried away with Dale to watch some World Cup soccer. So I did mess that up today. Belgium, Senegal should get the win today as well. Portugal plays tomorrow. They play Croatia tomorrow as well out there. So a little misspoke here on this Wednesday before vacation. And leave it to Ethan to correct me. Appreciate it, Ethan, very much as well. Congo is still up on England right now. Believe it's still 1-0. 41st minute. I'm just telling you, they're up. England's on upset alert today in the World Cup. I'm not brave enough to say England won't win against Congo. They'll come back and beat them. But it's going to be a dogfight for them as well. There's no doubt about it. U.S., it's going to be a fight for them against Bosnia as well. Unless the U.S. team that played Paraguay at the first game, that U.S. team comes out, they'll beat Bosnia pretty easily out there. But they got to come out and play that way. Top level, best team, best type of play out there. But the U.S. still should advance. It just might be a little bit more struggle, I think, than people are kind of giving them attention to. We're talking some baseball here, of course. We talked Suns early in the show to open the show up. We talked Trey McBride here. Don't forget, Lou wasn't able to join us today. My fault. It was completely my fault. Lou, under 73 for Joey Chestnut on the hot dog eating contest is what he released out there. For those of you looking at that, now shop it around. I don't know what the odds are right now. I didn't, we looked at them earlier in the show. And I saw some 73s out there. I saw some 70s, 70, 71, 72s. So shop it around a little bit on what Joey Chestnut can do out there as well. But I think everybody's going. It's going to be a mediocre in terms of the standards hot dog eating contest this year coming up on Saturday on July 4th as well. So now the Diamondbacks, right? Give them credit. They beat up on teams like the Giants. They're 8-0 against the Giants this year. Only lost 2 of their games against the Rockies. They beat up on the 2 teams they should beat up on. They're better than out there, 100%. I just said it before the break. They're 13-2 versus the Giants and Rockies this season, 8-0 against the Giants. But they're 30-4 against everyone else. You know, it's just more stats of this is a 500 team. And they've been happy being 500 for a bunch of years now. That's where I just kind of get frustrated. Just try to be great. Try to be great. Try to be good. Try to be better than good. Just average. It always goes back to average there, right, as well. So it's the most consecutive victories against a team to start the season in franchise history as well. The last time the Diamondbacks were 10 games over 500, what I'm talking about, 500 team. Let's go back to 2024, August 7th, 2024, to be 10 games over 500. With this coaching staff, with this GM personnel here, the people running this team. Now, could it go up, of course, to Derek Hall into the executive side of things? Possibly. I mean, they're okay with it being a 500 team, or else they would have made moves already. They would have made moves years ago instead of running it back the whole time. So the executive suite is fine, from Ken Kendrick, the owner, to Derek Hall, the president. They're okay with this team being 500. They're okay with it. Otherwise, they would have made changes. That's where I just get a little bit frustrated. If there wasn't a wild card expansion, Diamondbacks wouldn't even be talked about in the playoffs because they're not good enough. So anyway, just depressing 500. Like I said, it's a 500 team. I think is great. You pop your head up every once in a while. You also get tired of it over time. We played that stat there between them. There now, Diamondbacks, 2.5 games out of that wild card. We showed you the wild card standard here. Nationals 2.5 game. So with baseball and me, the reason why we're going into the CBA talk here is salary cap. To me, I don't think it's going to work in baseball. You need a salary floor, to me, is more important in baseball. But then you get a salary floor, and you'll have teams that don't want to spend money. They'll just spend money on the wrong players. They'll give, let's say they're $1 million underneath the salary floor. They're not going to go spend money on a really good player to make their team better. They're just going to pick a player on the team and say, hey, you're making $1 million more this year. Just so they can get to that minimal level. Doesn't make them better. Doesn't mean that player's going to be better. It just means they're just giving the money to hit that salary floor. So salary floors don't always work either. All right, going into it. But I'm also a believer that for most of the time, payroll doesn't matter in baseball. It's who you put together. Is it a special season for you out there? We've seen it multiple times with Tampa Bay Rays. They're in the hardest division in baseball. Yankees, Red Sox, big spending teams there. Blue Jays, huge spending teams as well, right? All out there. Baltimore, not so much, spending more now than they have in the past, and spending more there. Hardest division in baseball in terms of payroll and who spends what. And Tampa Bay Rays have always just kind of been backwards. If you're the Diamondbacks, you need to emulate your team around the Tampa Bay Rays. Putting the right players together, the Athletics, right? Even though they're just under 500 right now, they have young up-and-coming players coming up here, and they're competing for that division. Now that division's kind of weak right now as well, right? Payroll really doesn't matter in baseball, at least to make the playoffs. To win championships is another story, right? The Dodgers won last couple of years because of the biggest payroll, the best players on that team. Another example of payroll doesn't always matter in baseball. I talked about them before we went to that break. The Miami Marlins. They're the best team in baseball in the month of June. Not even close. They're 20-6. I believe they're. We just showed you the wild card standings. I believe they're the first spot out. Yes, they're tied with the St. Louis Cardinals for the third spot out right now. Oh, they're 0.002 percentage points behind the Cardinals, and they're on the outside looking in on that wild card standing. The Marlins are your best team in baseball for the month of June. They've outscored their opponents 129-78 in June as well. They had the lowest CBT payroll in baseball. Lowest payroll in baseball, and look what they're doing in the month of June. Can you sustain that for longer than June? Well, we'll find out. How bad is the Marlins payroll? They already have the lowest CBT payroll in baseball. How bad is their payroll in terms of who they're paying? Their third highest paid player is Giancarlo Stanton. Like I said, go to the Yankees in 2017. Payroll doesn't matter in baseball. It's who you spend it on. It's how you play the game. Are you playing the game physical? Are you playing the game fast? Are you putting pressure on the defense? Are you getting hits out there? Diamondbacks are a better team than the Marlins. The Marlins are playing better than them right now. It's not all about payroll in Major League Baseball. The Athletics are a fun young team to watch as well. It's not about payroll. It's who you spend them on. It's the coaching to get you motivated to play. And that's just where I get frustrated with the D-backs. Everybody's fine with them being just average, 500. Just being average around that team. And you can look at them, see they should be better out there. I'm just giving you more stats on where the frustration comes from as well. You know, guys like Ketel Marte, 4 home runs now, or 1 home run per game for the last 4 games. First time in his career he's ever done that. Man, he wakes up against the Giants. He wakes up against the Rockies and has consistently good games. No doubt about it. Fantastic to watch. Then where does he go on the bigger sides of stuff, right? To me, that's coaching. To me, that's getting him out there and being prepared for it and things to that effect. Don't know. We'll see. I just wanted to bring those stats to you a little bit as well here in Major League Baseball. Diamondbacks, right, for the weekend. Got to get you set up for the weekend here as well. By the way, you got to give Gurriel credit yesterday. That 3-run home run that he had to get the scoring started yesterday. Fantastic watching him heat up. His batting average is 226 now. Went 2 for 5 yesterday for him as well. Pavin Smith, though, man, another 0 for 3. 145, and they keep putting him out in the lineup. Played first base yesterday. Barosa's not much better. 1 for 3 out there in center field, 183. Don't you want to see Waldschmidt instead of Barosa at this point? I don't know. Kepler, 2 for 4 yesterday. Finally gets his first 2 hits as a Diamondback. 154 is his batting average, of course. Dug himself a deep hole. But did get the 2 hits yesterday, so you got to give Kepler some credit for yesterday as well, going to this game. Ironically enough, your 2 guys you want to see hit a little bit better. Perdomo, well, he was 0 for 3, but then even Carroll 0 for 4 yesterday for him, but still batting 272 for him as well. Brandon Pfaadt on the mound. Diamondbacks did him dirty this year. He had that 1 inning where he'd get a crooked number, where he'd pitch well for like the first 2 innings, first 3 innings, boom, then he'd give up 6 runs or something. And then he'd go back out. They let him go back out, and he'd dominate again. He just had that 1 inning where he struggled. Comes back, right, with everything he's been through, goes to the bullpen, goes down to Reno to stretch back out. And the inconsistencies of the way Torey Lovullo manages this team is also frustrating. Right? Cabrera, they have to go out and get him after, 53 pitches, something to that effect. Because it's his first start in Major League Baseball, even though he was stretched out for 80, right, and stuff. Then they keep letting Merrill Kelly go back out there. And they keep letting Zach Gallen go back out there. Zach Gallen's on the mound tonight again. How disappointing is it going to be if your first loss to the Giants is because Zach Gallen's on the mound? We'll see. But Fott goes out there last night, 5 1/3 inning pitches, and they let him go out for that last inning, which I was impressed with. Because the way Torrey manages is we got to protect him. His first outing, right, in a long time. Got to protect his arm. He let him go back out there for the 6th inning. As, it was one batter, but 2 batters, I think it was. But I'm glad to see that. But that was inconsistency, right? 5 1/3 for Fott, give up 1 earned run, which ended up being that home run as well. His ERA is 5.40 still, but just coming back into the lineup. Like I said, had those what they call crooked innings. Just means he pitch well, boom, give up a bunch, and then pitch well again for him. Bullpen came in, shut it all down yesterday as well, but the hittings came in. Hazen, the GM, did his radio appearance yesterday, and he flat out said, we need to get more guys on base. Absolutely need to get more guys on base, is what he kept saying. 4 for 16 runners in scoring position, but that stat doesn't always tell you something, right? They left 9 guys on base yesterday. They scored 8 runs. 3 in the first, 3 in the third. Jump on these teams early. Get that lead out there. Give your pitchers something to work with. And they've done it. He did it yesterday. Does it continue today with Zach Gallen on the mound is the question that you've got to have going into this game as well, today as well. So over the weekend, of course, as my computer's all messed up here, every time I go to click on it, it doesn't tell me what I want. So Zach Gallen, Trevor McDonald tonight, 6:40 p.m. At home. You think the fan outrage is bad when Zach Gallen goes out there and struggles against these other teams? He goes out there and struggles against the lonely Giants who you're dominating this year. Watch out for those boobers, man. They're going to be terrible tonight. Diamondbacks are off tomorrow on Thursday. So no baseball tomorrow for them. By the way, Padres, Dodgers games start tomorrow. Dodgers are coming off a series against the Athletics. Tomorrow, Padres-Dodgers start tomorrow night. Roki Sasaki and Randy Vasquez tomorrow night. Sasaki for the Dodgers. So that'll be a fun little series this weekend. For them, of course, the Padres, I believe, are next week at the Padres for the Diamondbacks for 4 coming up. But then you got Milwaukee in town this weekend. I did fill in on the Holmberg Spots podcast for the Angry Patriot yesterday. I don't know when that gets posted. I'll post it on social media when it does. Dale's jealous that John wanted me to talk more yesterday. You'll hear it in the show. Don't worry. It'll be fun. I'll post when that came out. I don't know when they post that. We produced it here and just able to fill in. It was fun to do with those guys. Fellow Dobson-alite night there. But Milwaukee, Arizona, right? Kyle Harrison, Jose Cabrera this weekend. You're missing that young phenom, Mezrowski, in this series. I looked it up yesterday during that show as well. Right? But Milwaukee's in it. Milwaukee's a good team. Milwaukee is. They're currently leading that division right now, 52-31. Right? The teams against above 500 that you play and you struggle. You're 14-32 against teams above 500. With the Brewers coming into town for this holiday weekend. All right. See what the Diamondbacks can do out there. No UFC this weekend. So no Lou this week. We'll have Lou on the program starting next week again. Again, he said under 73 for Joey Chestnut is his picks out there. Shop that number around for you if you're interested in that. That's Saturday morning. No UFC this week. You got tons of World Cup soccer, including tonight. I'll be all over the socials tonight while that game is on. So definitely follow us, right? The main event, our TME Sports Show on X. Of course, TME Media. Make sure you follow TME Media AZ as well on X. Just puts our show stuff out there, what we're doing around here, days off, etc. We'll be back on Monday morning. Share us with your friends. Tell everybody they can find us live on YouTube now as well. On demand on YouTube. No Real Matrix this week for you Real Matrix fans on Rumble and the podcast system. Just taking the week off for the holiday. We'll be back next week as well for more Real Matrix episodes. Everything, though, on demand on Rumble. Everything but the Real Matrix on demand on the YouTube. Like and subscribe to that for us, or the podcast systems for those of you that watch or listen to the podcast systems out there. Pit Stop will be up here later on today. We have it up by 2 o'clock. It's usually earlier than that, but we tell you 2 so you know when to definitely go and look for it and everything. Folks, have a great weekend here coming up for America's 250th birthday. We'll be back Monday morning at 6 o'clock, unless, decide to stay in the cool areas of San Diego coming up this weekend. But we'll see you then, everybody. Have a great weekend. Monday. Go America! America!